Hi, I'm Bill Jasso. You and I are going to be spending a lot of time together over the next 10 weeks, so this might be a good time for me to introduce myself and this course. First, a little bit about me, just in case you haven't already been creeping on my LinkedIn profile. Teaching has become my fourth career. I've been a broadcast journalist, I've worked in government and politics, and for more than 2 decades I was a corporate public relations executive. Probably like you, I didn't grow up wanting to be a PR guy. I wanted to be an astronaut. My hero growing up was John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth. Much later, he became the oldest guy ever to go into space. To show you how weird and ironic careers can be, 20 years later, I had the distinct honor of writing a number of speeches for John Glenn when he was elected to the United States Senate. I spent 12 years in broadcast journalism, in both TV and in radio. Over those 12 years, I covered 3 presidential campaigns, interviewed 4 presidents, covered way too many fires, murders, and other news stories, and I met a lot of really interesting people. The highlight of my journalistic career was being able to interview John Lennon in New York City, just a few years before his life was tragically cut short. The resulting documentary from that interview went on to win 3 Associated Press awards and remains one of my fondest memories. I had no intentions of ever being anything other than a journalist until the day when my station went from being all news to playing the B-sides of 1940s and 50s records. While I was looking for another job in television, a friend of mine circulated my resume, unbeknownst to me, to a company that later became Time Warner Cable. And so in 1981, my career took a major turn as I took on the job of government affairs manager for Time Warner. And as they say, I never looked back. Over the next 3 decades, I did government affairs and then PR for Time Warner, left to work for the National Golf Foundation in hopes of marrying my vocation with my avocation. Don't ever do that. Golf stopped being fun. Then I got a call from a friend who had just been elected mayor of Akron, Ohio, my hometown. So I came home and spent the next 6 years, as a member of his cabinet and created the first communications department for any Ohio city. Fate brought me back to Time Warner in 1994, and for the next 18 years, I served as vice president of communications, managed a staff of PR professionals and video producers and camera people, and finally, in 2011, something happened to me that I hope happens to you sometime in your career, very late in your career. I was paid handsomely to leave. Fact is, I was reorged out of my job. Fate stepped in again, and I was looking for a new position, and Syracuse University, where I earned my master's degree, was looking for something called a professor of practice, a position I'd never heard of, but the job description had my DNA all over it. So now, after practicing communications in various forms for most of my career, I'm teaching it. One of my primary responsibilities is teaching the PR management course, and I got to tell you, I love doing this. The university has given me the latitude to update and expand this course over time, and I'd like to think I've done a pretty good job. The promotional materials for PR management will tell you that this course is designed to prepare you for the day when you will be promoted to the position of management in the PR function. That's true, and it's a tremendously important goal because unless you choose to get an MBA later on, this is probably going to be the only management training you ever receive. That's one thing I never understood about business management. The standard operating procedure in most operations is to promote the best whatever, writer, producer, event planner, to the position of manager. But what the newly promoted manager quickly learns is that being a manager is a completely different job, requiring a totally different set of skills. So goal number 1 of this course is to prepare you for that day when you become a member of management. My second goal for this course is equally important. That is, to prepare you for the immediate task of dealing with management as you begin your career in public relations. To be successful as an entry-level employee, it's essential that you understand what's going on in your boss's mind. What drives them? What are their challenges? And how can you best help them? Achieving that goal will make you a much more valuable employee, and quite frankly, it'll make you more successful in your career and speed up the time that it takes till you get that promotion to management. I really look forward to working with you in this course and hope that we'll have a little fun along the way as well. So, let's begin that journey into the mind of the manager.